Good evening, class 10th. Now, in last lecture, uh, we have learned how to plot the point on the coordinate axis. Okay, so few things were left. Let us discuss them first. So, one thing, see, suppose this is x-axis and y-axis is here. So that means if I locate a point here, okay, so if it is, let's say 1 and this is 2. So if on the axis, if we want to know about the ordered pair, and suppose this is point A, okay, so A will be the point what? A will be the point 1 comma 0 here. Actually on x axis we don't have y, okay, y is here na, so y will be like this parallel to y axis. So at this point y is absent here, so the y coordinate will be 0 here, okay, and x coordinate already it is 1. Now similarly all along anywhere you move, suppose we come here, this is point B, this is suppose this is -1, okay, so this will be -1 comma 0. So the B coordinate here, okay. Now similarly if you go here, it is point 2 here, location is C, so C will be C. Now on y axis x will not come, okay, so that means x coordinate will be 0 here, so I'll put here 0, and y coordinate is 2 here, so it will be 2, like this. So on x axis x coordinate is 0, and on y axis x coordinate is 0, okay, so just remember this. Now so these plottings on the x axis, numbers on x axis or x axis is called abscissa, x axis is called abscissa and y axis is called ordinate, okay. So see children, you have done a distance formula, okay. Distance formula I told you, suppose A, B are 2 points here, A, B are 2 points here, and this is your coordinates are here x1, y1, okay, and B is x2, y2. Then distance formula we have derived that AB is equal to under root of x2 minus x1 whole squared plus y2 minus y1 whole squared, like this, okay. This was the distance formula. So see one thing, it can also suppose for example say if I write 3 minus 2 squared, okay, or I write, let's take the reverse of this, or I write 2 minus 3 square. Any difference is there? Both will get one answer because square is there, so this thing will always be positive. Similarly, so here what we can do, we can also write here AB is equal to under root x1 minus x2 whole square plus y1 minus y2 whole square, like this, okay. So anything you write, it will be proper. But tell me, let me suggest one way. Suppose here it is A and it is B here. It is suppose 1 comma 2 and it is 3 comma 4 here, okay. So just take any one point, okay, either you take this or you take this. So for finding this, Okay, put AB, fix one point. Suppose this is the point you have fixed. So from this, these point will be minus. So when you will minus x, you will get 1 minus 3, okay, whole square plus 2 minus 4 whole square, like this. Or suppose you are fixing this point, fix this point, and this will be minus from this. So in that case, AB will be equal to 3 minus 1 ka square, 3 minus 1 ka square plus 4 minus 2 square, like this. So just remember, take any location fix. Suppose I have fixed this, then from this, these points will be subtracted. And if you are fixing this, then these points will be subtracted here. Okay. So this will avoid the confusion while doing the numericals, right? Okay, so next we are with the next session of coordinate geometry. So see children, these things are a bit typical and you have to apply your brains here, okay, which I hope you are having. So here I recall Albert Einstein's one famous saying that every fool can know. Every fool can know, but the thing is to understand. Okay, that means everyone can know, but the person who can understand is better. So this is a section formula. Okay, section means of a line on sections are done, parts are being made. So suppose you take one line, you have one line. Suppose I take this here. Okay, this is A, this is B, and this is point P. So suppose P point divides AP and PB in ratio, some ratio. Then what happens? Sections are made. Okay, one section is AP and one is PB. So this is section formula. So for section formula, consider 2 points A and B. Okay, 2 points are there. One is A, x1, y1. One is B, x2, y2. And let PXY divides xy divides AB in ratio m1 is to m2. Okay, so just come here, see very carefully. I'm explaining to you. This is line AB. Okay, this is point A, x1, y1. This is point B, x2, y2. Okay, and this is your point P, xy. So from A we have drawn perpendicular here. Okay, this is perpendicular here, and from P we have drawn perpendicular here and perpendicular here. Okay, then this will also be 90 degree and this will also be 90 degree, right? Okay, so this is x1, y1 and this is xy. So that means this x coordinate will be here, x. Okay, x coordinate, since it is x here, so that means it is x distance from origin. This is your origin. So this will be x here, and this is x1. So this will be x1 here, and x coordinate here is, see, it is x2. So it will be x2 here. Okay. So similarly, if you go for here y, so this is point y1. That means this distance will be y1. Okay, and this distance, this is point y. So this distance, this one. Okay, from here to here it will be y. Similarly, this distance, if we see from here, okay, so this distance will be here y2, and this is here, it was here y, and this is here y1. Okay, so similarly here it is x1, x2. Now the distance AQ will be equal to AQ, since x is further from x1, so this will be x minus x1. Okay, and distance this is your x and this is x2, so this will be x2 minus x, this one, or x2 minus x will be this one. Now come here, so this distance is y, this total distance is y here. Okay, and this small distance is y1 here, so this will be, means PQ will be equal to y minus y1. Okay, the distance y1, this whole is y, so this will be y minus y1, so this is y minus y1. Similarly, see here, this whole distance from here to here will be y2, and this distance is y here, from here it is y, so this will be y2 minus y. Okay, now children, one small AB are the 2 points x1 y1, x2 y2, and P is a point xy which divide M1, this line AB in ratio M1 is to M2. This is M1, this is M2. Okay, so now children, here is a new thing which will be learning later on in your classes, similar triangles. Okay, so I'm telling you already, when two triangles are similar, okay, when two triangles are similar, then their corresponding sides are proportional. Okay, then their corresponding sides are proportional. So since here we have these two triangles, okay, don't go deep into similarity, just to consider this as similar. Okay, so these are two are similar, so their corresponding side will be proportional, means this upon AP upon PB equal to AQ upon PC equal to PQ upon BC, right? So these are proportional. So just consider it done here. You'll be getting in similar triangles. So okay, so PA upon PB, already we know PA upon PB is M1 upon M2. So it is written M1 upon M2. This is equation 1. Now from figure whatever I explained to you, AQ, PC, BC, PQ. Okay, all values I have taken here. Now triangle APQ and PBC are similar. Okay, so what we have, PA upon PB, see, PA, this is P, this is A, PA upon PB. Okay, so PA upon PB will be equal to AQ upon PC equal to PQ upon BC. See, all are written here. So from equation 1 we get, okay, PA upon PB is equal to M1 upon M2. So we put here M1 upon M2. Now AQ is equal to X minus X1 and PC is X2 minus X, and this is Y minus Y1, and this BC is Y2 minus Y. Okay, so if three things are equal, we'll solve pairwise. First we'll solve this pair and then we'll go for this one. Okay, so taking M1 upon M2, X minus X1, X2 minus X, this pair, so we get X is equal to, see this solve solution, X is equal to M1 X2 M2 X1 upon M1 plus M2, right? So this is the X coordinate, means for the point P, this is the value of X coordinate here. Then the second pair, M1 upon M2 is equal to this, so M1 upon M2 is equal to this. So just remember that we have to find X and Y only. Okay, so here M1 upon M2 is equal to this. So on solving, get the value of Y as M1 Y2 plus M2 Y1 upon M1 plus M2. Okay, so we have got the, for the point P, we have got the X coordinate, we have got the Y coordinate. So hence coordinates of point P X Y which divide A X1 Y1 B X2 Y2 in the ratio M1 is to M2 are M1 X2 plus M2 X1 upon M1 plus M2 and M1 Y2 plus M2 Y1 upon M1 plus M2. This is equation number 3. Okay, so all three you have. So I have written it again here. So this is the equation, and these are the children coordinate of point P. This is the X coordinate for point P, and this is the Y coordinate. Okay, now this is known as section formula. Okay, this is known as section formula because P is making sections of the line AB. Now one result is here. See, from equation 3 we have, so from here if I take M2 common, M2 I am taking common here and here also. So M2 I am taking common, and here So this is m2 here. So this will be m1 upon m2. This will be x2. This is x2. So this is m1 upon m2. This is x2. Then this is your x1. And here m2 common. So m1 upon m2 plus 1. Similarly, m2 common here. m1 upon m2 y2 plus y1 upon m2 common. m1 upon m2 plus 1. So m2 cancel. m2 cancel. So now we replace m1 upon m2 is equal to k. So we get here k x2 plus x1 upon k plus 1, k y2 plus y1 upon k plus 1. Okay. So if P divides AB in the ratio k is to 1. Okay. Now m1 is to m2 is not the k is to 1. Then coordinate of point P are kx2 x1, k plus 1, ky2 plus 1 upon k plus 1. Children, just remember this formula is precisely to be used when in the question it is asked to find the ratio. Okay, just use this formula over there when it is given to find the ratio. Okay, otherwise you have the formula 3 itself here. Okay, now result 2. Result 2 says if m1 m2 is equal to 1. So children, if m1 m2 is equal to 1 means see it here. This is a x1 y1. Okay, a x1 y1, and this is p xy. This is b x2 y2. Okay, this is comma here. So if m1 m2 are equal, then p will be the midpoint. Okay, then ap will be equal to pb, right? So if m1 m2 is equal to 1, then in equation 3 you come here. So m1 m2 will be 1. Okay, then we will get here the coordinate of p as x1 plus x2 upon 2, y1 plus y2 upon 2 upon. Okay, so this is called the midpoint formula. So when you have to find the midpoint, okay, then you have to use this one. Now children, one shortcut is there for the formula number 3, how to remember it. Okay, because I create problem in just cramming m1 x2 m2 x1 m1 m2 and m1 y2 m2 y1 m1 m2. Okay, so this is very problematic. So I'm telling you a shortcut of remembering this. Okay, so see, again we come here. This is x1 y1, this is xy, and this is x2 y2. Okay, and this is m1 y1 m2. Now suppose you have to find the x coordinate. Okay, so x coordinate will be for finding x coordinate. This m1 will be multiplied by x coordinate here. So x coordinate is here x2. So m1 it will be m1 x2. Okay. Then this m2 will be multiplied by x here. This I am telling for the x coordinate. So m1 x2 plus m2 x1. Okay. Upon m1 plus m2. This is your first formula. Then if you want to find the y coordinate, then this m1 will be multiplied by y here. So m1 y2, then this m2 will be multiplied by y here, m2 y1. So this becomes m1 y2, m2 y1 upon m1 plus m2. Okay. So children, I am leaving till here. No numericals I am doing, that I will be seeing tomorrow. So one thing is there, just go through the process in detail and get everything clear. Okay, unless and until you are not focusing on the things right now, so you won't be able to do the numerical portion. So just see this derivation, derive yourself, get the result, be contented. Then I will be telling you tomorrow the numerical problem based on this section. Okay, thank you, good night.